If someone's trying to build a persona, like an individual persona, what steps would you say they should take to figure out what their fashion persona would be?
Ooh, interesting. So if you like wanted to find like a new look,
Yeah.
uh, I mean, for me, I'm just such a visual person that I really need to like implant myself in the middle of what inspires me. So, but I guess before that, you'd have to just do a lot of online research. And these days, there's so many resources out there, right? Instagram, TikTok, like movies are a big influence for me. And then following those actors or performers outside of their projects that they do and just observe them. But once I find like a geographic location that is inspiring to me, I try to go there or move there in the case of moving to New York and really just surround myself with the things that interest me and let that naturally and organically work its way into my wardrobe, I guess you could say. And you don't want to show up one place and just put on the exact outfit that somebody else is wearing. You want it to be a little bit more natural and organic, I would say. And again, it just takes time and it takes refinement, and it's always evolving. And it's more like anthropological, right? It's almost like Jane Goodall researching and just like kind of standing back and not trying to interfere. And eventually, from my experience, you'll just start to kind of like morph into your environment. And I think that goes back the root of this, and I've been reflecting on this for months and years now, but I think the root of this for me is one of my strongest personality traits is being kind of a mediator, right? Not wanting to rustle any feathers, not wanting to invite conflict. And so oftentimes when you do that, you're like a chameleon. You blend into your environment. You want to look and act like the people around you. You want to not come down on their ideas. You don't want to look like an outsider. And good or bad, I haven't decided yet. I think there's some good to that. I think there's some bad to that. Um, and I think that's the root of why wherever I go, whatever I do, I just start blending into the environment. And I think that might be also just like a strong natural human instinct. We want to be liked.
Mm-hmm.
And one way to do that is just to start one, looking like everyone around you, two, acting like everyone around you. But that's where it gets tricky, right? You want to be an individual. You want to have your own ideas. That's the most important thing. Like visually speaking, I think it's fine, but you should never sacrifice your ideas to fit in. That's the other big thing that I've been thinking a lot about as of recent, especially living in New York, where we are objectively in an echo chamber. There are a lot of people who think very similarly here. It's not like a Florida where, just breaking it down politically because it's the easiest analogy, it's very blue here, right? It's like dark blue. Whereas like a Florida, even like in Miami, it's much more purple, right? And there are fewer and fewer places where you do see that purple. And so for me, I am finding it much more important to have my own individual ideas and try not to be persuaded unless I feel the need to be persuaded. But I want to be as objective as possible about those ideas. And yeah, I kind of got off on a tangent there when you asked about building a
So,
visual identity.
right. So, visual identity, you want to pursue things you're interested in, places you're interested in, but at the same time, you want to make sure you're not just copying and not having your own thoughts
Point of
on it.
view. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very easy to just like follow an Instagram account and then just like buy everything that they buy, or one of your friends or whoever. And you can do that too, but just like similar to like challenging your ideas, just like challenge the pieces or the outfits that you're putting on and try to put your own spin onto it, right? But also on the flip side, there's nothing wrong with like finding a uniform. So like that's what I try to do is like, how can I find a uniform, but just like elevate it a little bit, right? So for me, it's like basically like two color tones. It's either like all black or dark, and then it's either all like neutrals or like lighter tones. Um, but how can I find pieces within that, it's still an all black outfit, but maybe it's like a super wide pant with like an oversized like button up black shirt, right? So just a little bit different than most people would wear or buy, right? Um, I'm all about a uniform as well. I think that's fantastic for a lot of reasons. The main reason is it just cuts out a lot of decision making in the morning.
Yeah. I have I think
You
nine of these
yeah,
shirts.
you subscribe to that. Yeah, yeah.
I certainly do, but again, I feel like I want to express myself in different ways. So like
Hmm.
kind of adjusting that uniform now and thinking more about it. Something on my mind.
Yeah, I like the rings, by the way. Those are nice.
Yeah. Got some rings, got a necklace now.
Necklace is cool too. I dig it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just adding more expressive elements.
Totally.